Hello. So several people have asked for an update concerning my surgery from back in December. It's now June 19th. I had my surgery on December 19th, and so it's been 6 months, so I thought this would be a good point to give an update. Thanks for asking. So in December, I had surgery on it was back surgery, a discectomy on my L5 S1, and again, leading up to the surgery was the most painful experience of my lifetime. So for me, there was no question that I was going to do this surgery. I had to do this surgery. I am a children's book author and illustrator, and so I do a lot of traveling. Thankfully, the back problems didn't interrupt my speaking and my illustration schedule. I just had to maintain it in a lot of pain. So for me, again, I had to do the surgery. So the first few weeks out of surgery was really not so bad. I stayed on my painkillers like clockwork. I was very careful about how I moved, not to twist, how I got in and out of bed. I followed my physical therapist's advice about how to get in and out of bed without twisting my core. Absolutely no exercising because I didn't want to take a chance on re-herniating the disc. Occasionally I would have what they call the phantom pains, and that's kind of scary because the pain leading up to the surgery was just plain over the top, and I think that your body must remember that pain. After the surgery, the pain went away almost immediately. Well, the phantom pains will hit you for like 3 seconds. You'll feel that intense pain like in my hip and in the groin area, and I would think, oh my God, the pain's coming back. But almost as soon as my brain acknowledged the feeling, that sensation, it went away, and so that sensation wouldn't last any more than a few seconds. And so yeah, glad that I'm past the phase of the phantom pains. That lasted about maybe a month or so. So I started physical therapy about 6 weeks following my surgery, and I highly recommend physical therapy. I did a lot of core strengthening exercises, a lot of exercises to help stabilize my spine. You can watch, there's a lot of stuff on YouTube that you can watch in terms of people offering suggestions on how you can strengthen your core, but I recommend that you go to a physical therapist who can assess your personal situation and give you specific exercises to help you get back into shape. In terms of my activity level, I did about 2 months of physical therapy, 6 weeks following the surgery, and then I started taking private yoga lessons. That was gentle yoga, very gentle stretching, very gentle moves, because I wanted to take it easy. I didn't want to jump right back into yoga and mess my back up again. So I started off doing a few weeks of gentle yoga and then slowly building up to my regular yoga routines. Then I started going to the gym. Again, at first lifting very lightly, very light weights. But now I'm back to lifting the normal weights, lifting the way that I would have before the surgery, with the exception of squats. I'm kind of scared about doing squats, so I haven't done any kind of weightlifting, squats, lunges, that sort of thing. And I started swimming. My doctor for years suggested that I give up running and try swimming, and I thought there's no way I'm going to do swimming because I don't like cold water, and I figured that swimming would be too much of a chore in terms of you got to find a pool, you got to drive there, you got to get dressed, you got to get in the pool, you got to do your workout, you got to take a shower, all of that. And I thought, no, I'm not going to do swimming. But then I decided to give it a try, and I love swimming. I do it about 3 to 4 times a week now. It's great in terms of it's low impact, so it's easy on my back. And it actually strengthens my core, so swimming is a great workout. I highly suggest it. Problems. Okay, so my one complication from the surgery is the numbness and the pain in my foot. And this is a numbness and a pain that I didn't have before the surgery. Again, you may remember this from the first video. On the day of the surgery, following the surgery, I had absolutely no pain, but then I started to have weird sensations on the bottom of my right foot. a few hours after the surgery, and then in the days following, my foot was numb. It felt like I had on a shoe that was 2 sizes too small, and a rope wrapped around my toes, and it was like someone pulled the rope, and my toes couldn't breathe. And that's pretty much where my foot has remained for the past 6 months. I went to a foot doctor because I thought, well, maybe I'm doing something wrong with the way I'm walking or something. The foot doctor said that my feet's fine. It's got to be my back. So I do have an appointment next week with another neurologist to maybe do some nerve conduction studies to figure out what's going on with my foot, because although I am active, I'm back in the gym, I'm doing yoga, I'm working out, my foot still hurts and my foot is still numb. And I would say that my calf muscle is even atrophied a bit, because I'm not able to use that muscle like I normally would. I'm not able to exercise that muscle, so my leg is starting to atrophy a bit. So I would say that is the one complication that I've had from the surgery. But again, I would have that surgery again in a heartbeat and just have a numb leg, because I was in tremendous pain. So again, I highly recommend the surgery. So thank you for inquiring about how I have been, and if you're considering the surgery, I say do it.